Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by Phoenix New Media, Alphabet, the parent company of Google, is providing critical financial backing to artificial intelligence startup Anthropic. Alphabet is guaranteeing leases for multiple data center projects to help the developer of the Claude chatbot secure approximately $35 billion in financing for computing infrastructure. Under the agreement, Anthropic will deploy its computing facilities across 5 major data centers in the United States, utilizing Google's custom-designed Tensor Processing Unit, TPU, artificial intelligence accelerators. Google will act as a credit guarantor, assuming payment obligations if the AI cloud platform FluidStack, which operates the leases, defaults, or faces bankruptcy. This financial structure relies on Google's strong balance sheet to help Anthropic obtain long-term, low-cost funding. This massive project also involves Broadcom, which participates in the TPU chip design, and financial giants Apollo Global Management and Blackstone, which are providing the funding. Analysts note that this partnership reflects a deeply interconnected AI supply chain where major tech firms engage in mutual investment, procurement, and guarantees. However, this close relationship is also drawing increased scrutiny from regulators like the U.S. Federal Trade Commission over concerns of market concentration and systemic risks. According to a report by GG Press, a car exploded while driving in Balashikha, an eastern suburb of Moscow, on the morning of June 9, killing the male driver. While Russian authorities have not officially disclosed the victim's identity, the independent media outlet Astra reported that the deceased is Colonel Damir Davidov of the Ministry of Defense's Main Missile and Artillery Directorate, suggesting a high possibility of an assassination. Colonel Davidov was reportedly the head of the department responsible for the supply of weapons and ammunition. Sources indicate he was directly involved in planning the 2022 invasion of Ukraine and may have been a target of Ukrainian special services. The explosion occurred in a residential area, primarily housing military personnel, and investigators believe an explosive device had been planted at the bottom of the vehicle. According to a report by Xinhua.net, Mexico and the United States are set to hold high-level talks this week in Mexico City to strengthen bilateral cooperation on critical issues, including border security, law enforcement, and migration. Mexican Foreign Minister Roberto Velasco announced that security working groups from both countries will meet on Friday to discuss border security, combating fentanyl trafficking, and illicit finance. Additionally, Minister Velasco held a telephone conversation with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio to coordinate a face-to-face meeting. This upcoming meeting aims to deepen dialogues on key bilateral matters, including the ongoing negotiations surrounding the United States-Canada-Mexico Agreement, USMCA. In recent months, both nations have held multiple discussions addressing border security, migration, and drug trafficking, highlighting these issues as top priorities for the bilateral relationship. NHK reports that Ukraine's top military commander, Oleksandr Syrskyi, has approved a strategic plan to boost the nation's military capabilities through 2030. Announcing the decision on social media, Syrskyi emphasized the critical need to build the military of the future, even as Ukraine continues to fight a difficult war against Russia's invasion. A primary focus of the newly approved plan is the development of advanced missile systems. Syrskyi stated that Ukraine aims to develop long-range missiles capable of striking targets up to 2,000 kilometers away. Additionally, the plan outlines efforts to reinforce artillery units using domestically produced equipment and other means, addressing skepticism about the role of artillery in modern warfare. The commander noted that actual combat experience has proven its enduring importance. Ukraine's push to secure long-range strike capabilities and bolster its artillery highlights its strategic intent to counter Russian aggression over the medium to long term. According to a report by Xinhua.net, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has reaffirmed her administration's commitment to providing continuous humanitarian aid to Cuba, highlighting the island nation's challenging situation and the need for international solidarity. During her daily press conference on Tuesday, Sheinbaum pledged that Mexico will send all types of necessary assistance to support the Cuban people, sustaining the long-standing ties of solidarity between the two nations. She emphasized that Mexico will do everything in its power to maintain this support, particularly as the United States tightens its economic blockade of Cuba, which has lasted for more than 6 decades. Sheinbaum added that providing aid is a matter of solidarity, stating that the Mexican people have historically supported Cuba and will continue to do so during its time of need. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.